Style Guide on Urban Rush is brought to you by Coquitlam Centre. What are you shopping for?
All right, it's time to get stylish with our guide, Maeve Doyle.
That is right. She is our style guide, and she's already wrecking the place. Brought to you by our friends at Coquitlam Centre. How are you, Maeve?
I'm
Good.
very...
Now, would you
Good
be a
opening
gentleman?
move,
I'm
Maeve.
just about to be criticized or corrected.
No,
I
good
it.
opening move. I like it. It draws
Now,
attention.
all we hear is recession, recession, recession.
Yeah,
and we're
no.
going to talk
I'm
about
done.
saving money because people are done about hearing about it. Let's just start doing stuff.
Yeah, credit crunch is enough. It's depressing enough, depressing recession. Remember that the 30s and the 40s were the time for the most glamorous kind of fashion.
Yeah.
Women learned
Good
to
point.
do things like paint lines down their legs to look like they were wearing
Hose.
incredibly beautiful hose.
That's right.
The one thing during a credit crunch or financial crisis that never goes out of style is sky-high heels. Everything else, you practice fashion monogamy, you go back to your closet and learn to love what you have. So don't look outside the home for things that you love.
And you've got great
so-
hints on how to use the things that you love and
Yes.
reuse the things that always had a place in your wardrobe.
That's right. And if you are buying something new, think of it as an investment, something that you'd want to give to your children when you grow up, or
Okay.
Michael's children.
Now, when we
Give
are
everything to
the
my
other one is
children,
having-
please.
we're talking about sweaters, and Michael
Yes.
Eckford happens to be a huge sweater guy. It's very on vogue right now, and you're wearing the boyfriend sweater
Yeah.
look. Now, we're going to transform some of these sweaters today, so you can make something new out of something maybe older, something borrowed from a boyfriend.
Right. So let's say the boyfriend has a Gap turtleneck.
Borrowed.
Which of course,
Stolen.
or stolen turtleneck
your
from your
boyfriend.
boyfriend's. All you have to do, and Michael, I would be happy if you did this,
Okay.
is cut the collar off, cut down the front.
So this was formerly a turtleneck.
That was formerly a
You're kidding me.
Benetton turtleneck. So you take your boyfriend's Benetton turtleneck, cut up. I've got a boyfriend
neck
sweater
off.
when I sew on these beautiful buttons, and I haven't spent a penny.
All right.
So the next
Michael,
thing we're going to
you're
do,
going to turn that into this.
I always feel like you guys are just getting me out of the way
Michael,
when you task me.
you'd prefer to whip stitch.
Oh, I'd love to whip stitch.
So
wanna whip
now I
stitch?
want to add a pop of neon to my wardrobe. I go into my wardrobe, I find a bright pink cardigan, very daring to put a pop of orange and neon
Yeah.
around the
But also
around
very
the
current,
border.
very trendy right now.
That's a piece of grosgrain from any
Just go to dress
fabric
sew,
store,
any
dress
fabric store will
and the
have
whip
it.
stitch instructions right there for you, Michael. I've already threaded.
Whip stitch is actually one of the easier stitches that you can do as well. My
Oh my
mama taught me.
goodness.
My mama taught me how to iron, how
Everybody?
to sew, and how to
Well,
cook.
let's see your
Really?
whip
'Cause
stitch.
Can you do a pedicure? I'd love you to do mine. There's some
Only on
knitting
my
later.
buddies.
Now, I know
Okay.
that I am addicted to a little something called Project Runway,
Yes.
and
Hello.
you have a Project Runway kit
I
here.
absolutely do. What a find this was. Not only inspiring, it made the whole thing glamorous.
Runway right
In
on
it,
top.
I have what Michael might need now, which is a thimble for his little finger
For
in
his
case
little
you hurt
thimble.
yourself.
Yes.
Oh, let me stab you with a pin first.
Okay, thank you.
And also, if he needs a different kind of scissors, we've got a scissor
Lots.
case. Any craft store at any mall, at Coquitlam Centre, anywhere,
But
will
having
have
a
those
little
for
kit
you.
like this with something like a seam ripper,
Right.
and basic needles and threads in all different colors, you can really do some work at home and save yourself some money.
Yeah, and you don't even have to buy books like Green is the New Black, which is about going back. Lily Cole wrote it, the model, with Tamsin, Anna, you can finish your last name
Tamsin
anyway.
Blanchard,
That's
yes.
right. And they teach you how to care for the clothes you have. The other thing that's come up recently is something from Spicebox, and we have a knitter called Aster Sang. What she's doing is teaching knitting classes for beginners in all the community centers around town.
Here in Vancouver.
And here and around Vancouver,
Yeah.
we have I did this fashion shoot. We tried to make your granny's knitting look cool.
And you can.
And here's your granny's knitting. So we have
Cool.
your granny's knitting
It
in
worked.
tube tops. Anyone could make this with anything they wanted.
So we're looking at what she's wearing on the cover here. This is a
That's
tube
right.
top here with a cute little shirt over top.
Correct.
Very cool.
Right? And then we have this shrug can be attached to it, and you can get the packages for this from Spicebox, from this book that's just about to come out.
Yeah.
And learn to knit. Now, another thing that women are famous for
You didn't give me
doing,
enough
and
thread. I
we've
ran
heard a
out of
big-
whip stitching.
I think that
Good
means
job,
you're done.
though.
I didn't want
Thank
to
you.
overtax your little self.
Good job,
know.
though, Mikey.
Do you want to try and cut
I
the
do
turtleneck?
get tired, Maeve. I do get tired.
Now, what
I
if
am good at birthing babies.
what have we got here? We've got our Mona Lisa and we've got our lovely Liz.
Right. Let's say you are in a position where you want to buy some new clothes. You have a couple of extra bucks and you're going to buy 3 new pieces. Consider the person you are. Are you more of an Andy Warhol lover?
right?
Probably
And you're
this
looking at your
palette's going to
color
suit you.
scheme.
So
you
look
just
at your
add in-
art preferences, and that'll give you an indication of your style.
Yeah,
Are
and
you
of course I
Mona
took
Lisa
this-
muted tone.
Right. Is it a Leonardo? Maybe you're all of them. Of course, my doctor said to me when I saw him yesterday and told him this, what if you don't like either? Because he's like that.
I don't know if your
Anyway,
doctor's
you
really
can
the
keep
best
going
place to get art
through.
advice.
I like velvet-based rock posters from
You
the
can
70s.
keep going through. Try and get the George O'Keeffe. You could, if you pick a skeleton or a Poppy, you know who you are. And when I said that, I'm wearing the skeleton necklace, and one of your crew member has the exact same tattoo.
Of this one, not of the poppy.
Of that one. We're all these people. If we went to a different place, we'd get the Poppy
We'd
people.
have the bright colors.
So the next thing we have is your boyfriend's closet, or your husband's closet, or your father's
Where you can
closet.
find
Is
it.
a
Yeah,
great place.
my daughter has started stealing my clothing.
You told me not to mention it.
Well, that's all right. I
know,
decided
she's
to mention
got the
it.
boyfriend
Well,
sweater.
You can get
everywhere.
the great tank tops. You can get them in packages of 3 anywhere. These are Stanfields. You can find them at Sears and stuff.
Sears, Stanfields, exactly. They're $10 each. Ken had a dream your floor director had a dream he was wearing them today.
You know what? They're dreamy to wear.
So what you do
He
is
also
you,
had a dream he was
you
born
take them
to be
from
naked in the eye.
enough you.
Okay.
So cut, do something. I love it. So cut and make this into an expensive tank from another kind of designer
what are we
store.
cutting?
And these are absolutely Coco Chanel. This is what she would have worn when she was changing men's yacht wear into women's wear. So
Totally.
what we cut is we cut that much off of the bottom of it. And
So
now
from the
it's-
men's packages, they're a little bit long, so
Right.
you cut a bit off the bottom
Cut a
so
bit
it's a
off.
proper length for you.
Exactly, and women fill them out beautifully. They look great.
Yeah,
I'm
they
actually
do. Very
wearing
sexy.
one right now under this sweater.
And these are great with a
10
high-waisted pair
bucks.
of pants or a high-waisted skirt. They're just a great look.
Or a pair of boyfriend jeans. So you're not even spending the 10 bucks. You're just taking it all from your boyfriend. And you can do the same with the Gap t-shirts.
So you take the men's t-shirts.
Right, men's t-shirt.
You cut them up a little
Cut
bit.
them
Take
up a
them
bit.
in where they need to be.
Take them in where you need to be. Michael's got all the directions for that.
He's still cutting up a Gap
Right,
sweater over
and
there.
you've got a brand new wardrobe by going through your boyfriend. So the other thing about clothes, and this comes from the Depression era and
Get a
before
new
that.
boyfriend, get new sweaters.
I
Yeah.
That's
know.
the other thing.
What you want to do is you want to buy things you love and learn how to care
So
for them.
you've
This
bought
is a
one
boot
pair
that's
of boots a
5-year-old
couple
boot.
seasons ago when
Right.
you were feeling all flush,
Right.
but you want to take care of them.
So here's my boot, and there's my boot.
Okay, so what you've done
So
is
what I
you
did-
put a little care
Look at how they're sitting. They're
stand
look
in them.
right. So as soon as I get home now, if I want to care for my boots, I put my boot shapers in them. If I don't have a boot shaper because I don't even want to spend that much money, I roll up a Georgia straight and I put that in them. Instantly, they keep their shape, and Michael's wearing a boyfriend sweater.
Look at it.
And you
That's
can use the leftover
right.
fabric.
In a heartbeat,
As
we
a
cut that
headband.
out of his old turtleneck. That's great.
That was a turtleneck just minutes ago, so that's how you get the boyfriend sweater. You can
Yeah.
button that up with a big brooch, just like
Right.
Michael's
Well,
going
and
to
Maeve
later
brought
on.
some buttons as well. $1.70 for these buttons. Perfect. So you get a few of those and you put them on the
Don't
sweater.
have that on your head.
No,
That's like
this
the
is-
fur hat from the other day. You
And
look like you're from the deer
cashmere,
hunter.
just buy some elbow
Take it
patches,
off.
you're good to go.
Right.
Lots of great ideas.
Right.
Maeve, we want
Dollar
to thank
store,
you.
pedicure egg. You won't cut yourself,
thing
it takes off. Oh,
scares
what?
me,
It-
okay?
you keep that for you and try it on a little patch on a
Okay.
sensitive place.
I will.
Don't
As
let
you know,
Michael
it's-
try it
it's
on
the
a sensitive
ped egg,
place.
People,
What does it do?
thank you to it's
What
gives
a
you
pedicure does.
pedicure.
It's a
It's
dollar
like a
at the
cheese
dollar
grater, but
store.
for
You
your
can get
calluses
them-
on your feet, okay?
And
See, right? I didn't want to say that, but you made me.
Green
Thank
is
you
the
to
new
our
black.
friends at Coquitlam Center. Of course, you can find all the great
Shoe
ideas
shapers,
there.
too.
Maeve will
Shoe
just keep
shapers.
on talking, so
Yeah,
we're going to take a
exactly.
quick break.
Can you
and
sew
we
the
will be
buttons
back
on that
with
before
more
I leave?
Urban
I'm
Rush
going in
right
50
after this.
minutes.
Stay
I've got
tuned.
something
We'll be
called a
right back.
cross stitch. Practice it.
Style Guide on Urban Rush is brought to you by Coquitlam Center. What are you shopping for?